Now then, welcome everybody to the Contextual Christian Church Bible Study, where today we will be getting into First Chronicles chapter 6, verse 39 to 53. Again, that's First Chronicles chapter 6, verses 39 to 53. And I'll go ahead and pray us in. Everybody bow your heads. Father, thank you for this time that you've given us to be able to read your word. Thank you for the time to be able to fellowship in together. As we go forth to read your word, we just pray that we've been able to retain the things that we read before, not losing sight of the context. And then as we go forward, not just in this Bible study, but in every aspect of our life, that the Bible that we're reading, even today, that we could start getting better on that, in fact, that we might better be able to understand and be able to correlate later on when we get to other verses. That even in the other parts of our lives, we show the same level of dedication and the same capabilities on being able to have the context and have that memory. And we pray that together that this building of each other leads to the building of others in the same way. In your son's holy and precious name, Jesus Christ Yeshua. Amen.
Amen.
Now then, last time when we had read, we had started from verse 15. Let me get to it. 25, sorry. And we had gone into the sons of Elkanah, who were Amasai and Ahimot. And we continued on, not just going through the sons, but we even went through their sons, but the sons of Samuel. And we brought up the big names about Elkanah and about Samuel and about Shimei and Uzzah. And how, as we're going through these different names, we're starting to see that there's some names that are standout types that we've read about a couple times before. And also how in certain verses, the spelling of the name can be different, even though it's the same name and same person. And we continued on going and talking about the Hagarites. Oh, is that right? Yeah, no, we talked about how David, Shimei's son, there it is, that these were the ones that David had set over the service in the house of the Lord. So we had the ones that were set in service, and we brought that back up and how they ministered onto it. And not just that, but they had the same job and did the same help when Solomon's temple was built, which is the temple of God. Whereas before it was just in tents and wherever they could worship. But here, now they had the temple, they were doing the same job. And then it brought up about the children of the Kohathites, that they were who they were, and Haman, a singer, and we went in, and he was the only one of the children that we saw listed so far was Haman. And it went all the way through his genealogy, Elkanah, all the way back Asariah, Ebiasaph, and we finished out going all the way to Kohath, the son of Levi. And so now that's where we continue today after that statement of Haman, as I'll go ahead and switch it to the first section for Chris to be able to read. And go ahead, Chris, when you're ready. Oh, wait, go ahead, Thomas. Hold on. What's up, Thomas?
Matt, you did give us a little homework, man. So I just wanted to be the one to step in and take care of that homework real quick regarding Shimei and Uzzah. So clearly, is that okay? Or you want to move forward?
Yeah. So, but I wish you would have said something before I went into the summary.
Well, you said you were going to say it after. You was going to question us after the summary. You guys did hear that, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was before the summary, but I forgot. With getting the wrong verses and stuff, I guess I forgot about it. All right, go ahead and answer.
So, Shimei is clear. Sorry, Uzzah is clearly the son of Shimei, and I was looking it up, and it said
you're cutting out, bro. Try again.
Let me turn off Bluetooth. It says Uzzah is clearly the son of Shimei, but Uzzah was the one while transporting the Ark of the Covenant. He accidentally touched it because it was about to fall over or something like that such. And he touched it and ended up getting struck by lightning because God specifically said he didn't want anybody touching the Ark of the Covenant.
Well,
And
not
that's what
struck
I,
by lightning, he was struck dead. It didn't
yeah,
say
struck dead, my bad.
lightning.
Yes, he was struck dead. And that's very unfortunate, but that's what I got from that little homework
Yeah.
session.
Yep. Uzzah was the one when the Ark of the Covenant was being carried. David never took the time to read the Old Testament, what they had of the books of Moses, to find out who was actually allowed to touch it. Only, and it's not just the fact because he is of the sons of Kohath, but only certain groups of that sons were allowed to touch the Ark of the Covenant. It was not everybody. So when David never looked it up, and then Uzzah saw that the ark was tipping over, and when it was tipping over, he tried to catch it, just tried to catch it. But God had already had the commandment that only the Levites and only certain portion of the Levites were actually allowed to touch it. And so Uzzah was dead, struck dead immediately when he tried to catch it. That's who Uzzah is. Exactly. Good job, Thomas. That's exactly right.
So who are we supposed to go through Shimei as well?
Yeah, Shimei was part of it.
You got me, bro?
Did you
The
find
only
something
thing that
on
I saw,
Shimei? Yeah.
the only thing that I saw from Shimei was that he was one of the people that was cursing David, um, and essentially that David had forgiven him. Like he was one of the
Say that
people
one
that
more
was
time.
chastising David. He
Yeah,
was one
well,
of the
not
people
just
that was
chastising
chastising
him,
David, like
not just
stoning and
chastising him. He
rebuking.
was chastising him when he was running from Saul. So David was running from Saul, or not Saul, from his son. And Shimei saw him and Shimei was from the house of Saul. And he was trying to chastise him, saying, "See, this is what you get," type thing. And then he ended up
This is
dying
just
later
my
on
connection
because of
because
it.
I can't hear Matt.
You don't hear nothing? Because you sound
You sounded
like
like
your signal's
that.
not great.
I can hear you perfectly now,
Oh, there you go.
but you sounded like Daft Punk in your explanation.
Yeah, a second ago you were going. I don't know if you're in a different location, but you did sound like you had worse signal a second ago.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm sitting in the front. I made sure I was close to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so maybe it's my signal then. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, Shimei was the one who had talked about David when David was running from his son and basically talking smack. He was from the house of Saul, one of the people of Saul. And when he was talking smack about him, he was talking about, see, this is what you get. This is what you traitor, you this, that level of what talking smack about him was. It wasn't a small thing. And then later on, because he had talked back about him, at the time, David had said, don't even worry about him, because people were going to try to stone him at that time. But David said to let him be. But God ended up taking his life later on because of what he had done, bad mouthing and what he had done against David. So all the names that we had here, they were all coming from massive important people. Now, next time if we have a question or something, keep this in mind. It needs to be before the summary. I need you guys to let me know you have the answer. Because if once we go into the summary, we're expecting to go into the reading right after. So if I'm going to have the
Understood.
answers for that, you need to let me know you had the answers before so I can put it in. All right.
Roger,
So
Roger.
now we're continuing back with what we talked about. And go ahead, Chris, when you're ready.
All right. First section, First Chronicles, chapter 6, verses 39 through 43. and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph, the son of Berachiah or Berachiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Micaiah. Hold on. Let me real quick.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold on,
pull up
no, no.
the
Was that
phonetic.
the phonetic that had the ch?
That's why I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, because normally when it's ch in the English, in the Hebrew, it's a k sound.
Berachia, Berachia, and
How's it
then
spell it in the phonetic?
it is Behrekyaw.
Yeah, that's
Berachia.
yeah. No, no, not Barach. It's
Or
not kh.
Berechya.
Yeah, Berekia.
Berechya.
There you go. Now, where's the dash on it? Is the dash before the k?
It's right after. So it's Berechya.
Okay, Berekia.
Berechya.
Good. Yeah, keep that in mind as a little telltale sign. If you do see the ch in the English, there are times where it actually is the phlegm, but a lot of the time the phlegm normally comes when it's an h by itself after like an a or something. And when you see the ch, it's normally a k sound
Gotcha.
in the Hebrew. So that's something to keep in mind to look up whenever you see it, so you know what to look for.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, go ahead and
Continuing
continue.
this story. The son of Mikael, the son of Baasai. Baasai. Hold on. Gotta do it.
No problem.
Baai Baasaya. Baasaya. There we go. The son of Baasaya, the son of Malkiah, the son of Ethni, the son of Terah, the son of Adaiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zima, the son of Shimei, the son of Yahath, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. So essentially, in my section, we're just continuing down the lineage of, let me make sure I got the right ones. Because I want to say the Levites, but that's not.
Not quite. Remember, it starts off with and his brother Asaph. So is that the start of something? Or is that a continuation?
No. That's a continuation.
So what's the continuation from?
That's what I'm looking at right now, trying to see if I can get that right. Because we left on Elkanah.
No, it's further before that. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's the correction I had to give Charles last time.
So it's not the Levites.
That's not the part you got wrong. I didn't
Oh,
put.
okay.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Hold on. I got to go way
It's the
back.
son of the son of the son of the son of the son of. So we're going down the generation of who's the
Not
father
down
of
the
the father of.
generation. Yeah, yeah. Okay, up the generation, not down the generation. You
Yeah,
confused me with that.
of the generation. We're down the lineage of the the descendants. I want to say the descendants is probably the right word.
Exactly. So, oh, that's where it is. There we go. All right. So in the section we had last time, look at verse 33. You see that, Chris? Chris, do you see verse 33?
All right, now I'm
Hello?
unmuted. Now I'm unmuted. My
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
um, these are the people, the ministers and the team of the praise and worship that we would say in our days.
Exactly. These are they that waited with their children of the sons of the Kohathites. So we had the Kohathites, and then we're listing the children that waited with them. So they also helped out, but they were not of the Kohathites. Oh no! I just killed that ladybug. That's its fault for being on my neck. Anyways, so the Kohathites, we listed those before, and then in 33, we listed some other children that were going, but we hadn't listed more than one children, right? That was a correction I had to give Charles. We had only listed the
Right.
one, Haman. And then we continued going up the list of the fathers, right? So up the list of the fathers, I'm gonna go back to it.
So
Just
we're
Charles's
continuing
section. So we
on
had the son of Zuf, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, the son of
Heman.
Amasai. So Haman was one of the ones that waited, and it said they, but we only had the one. So then there was questions like, well, are we talking about something before or after? That's where it was about the possibility. And then we finally get to your section, as I'll put it back on the screen,
And it says
where it
Haman's
says,
brother and his brother, which is Haman, we're referring to
exactly. So this
Asa.
is Haman's brother.
Gotcha.
So it's not just the Levites and it's not the Kohathites. It's the other people that were there with the Kohathites. But as we know from what you just read, both him and his brother, they're actually from the tribe of Gershon, which was not the tribe that was designated to that, but they were still there,
Right.
waiting with them. So that's the part where we see, okay, this goes into what I've said before. We have to keep that prior context in mind. If we don't, we'll get wrong answers in what we're trying to do. See what I'm saying?
Here.
So this is not of the tribe of Levi that's listing. It's of the people that specifically out of the tribe of Levi. It's of the people specifically that waited with the Kohathites in the temple to be ministering to people or administering to the temple of Solomon. All right, now on to the second section.
And for the
Go ahead,
second
Charles, when
section,
you're ready.
all right. For the second section, I'll be reading First Chronicles, chapter 6, verses 44 to 48. Can you hear me better now? Better than the Bluetooth?
Yeah, way better.
Okay.
It's just your car, bro. Your car's Bluetooth is garbage for hearing you. It always has been. I don't even know why you use it when you know it's a problem.
Because it's a good Bluetooth. Well, it's not a good Bluetooth, but it is Bluetooth. Better than talking and holding the phone. But let me go ahead and read 44.
Mm-hmm. Remember,
And
but before you do that, keep in mind, remember, if we can't understand you fully and you keep on using that, and every time you do, we have a problem, I'm always having to ask, like, hey, what or where you in? Sound off. It's creating more of a problem to use it because we got to stop every time you do.
I'll just read, but we don't have to stop every time I do the Bluetooth. You've heard me on other occasions.
Well, a lot of times we do, though, and that's the point. It may be not literally every time. It wasn't being literal. It was I was saying the point. We have to stop a lot. There's been a multiple times where because of that Bluetooth, I have to ask, what's up with your voice or what's going on? I can hear you a little bit, but not fully. So
Got it.
point is still there. But go ahead.
So verse 44. And their brethren, the sons of Merari, stood on the left hand. Ethan, the son of Kishi, the son of Abdi, the son of Maluk. Maluk, it is. The son of Hashabiah. Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah. Sorry, the son of Hilkiah. There we go. The son of Amzi, the son of Bani, Bani, the son of Shemer, the son of Mahli, the son of Mushi, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brethren, also the Levites, were appointed unto all manner of service of the tabernacle of the house of God. So, starting off with my section for verse 44, I'm reading off who stood on the left hand, specifically the left hand of, I forgot his name already, Haman. And let me go back to mine. So, on the left hand of Haman, it starts off with Ethan. So, Ethan would be the left hand. And then it
Left
goes.
hand of Haman.
Yeah, so we got the right hand, which Chris already got into, and then I got the left hand. So the people that stood to
It
the
said
left,
the
what he
right
was
hand,
stood to, mine's is the left. So if you go
but
back,
you said Chris had said the right hand.
he didn't say it in his section in verse 39, and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand. That's the
Let
first
me
part
go
of verse
back to it.
39.
You are correct. All
So
right,
yeah, on my
so good.
section, I'm just reading the left hand, which would be Ethan. But with Ethan, I'm again going back, going up in the lineage. So I got Ethan's father, Ethan's grandfather, Ethan's great grandfather, and it just keeps going all the way back up to Levi again, from 44 to 47, but then 48. Their brethren also, the Levites, were appointed unto all manner of service of the tabernacle of the house of the Lord. So it's just, I guess it's just not even, I guess, another reminder of the Levites, which were their brethren, the Levites taking care of all the things of the tabernacle, which I mean the sacrifice, because the tabernacle was the place for God. That was the place where a particular priest could be in this room to speak to God directly. This is the particular place for the sacrifices. All the things that pertain to God specifically was the tabernacle. And the Levites took care of that. So, and we talked about that before. How Levites they were the tribe that took care of those things.
Good. Exactly. Now, why are we always tracing the lineage back to the Levites with these groups? We're having one person, and then it takes the time to go all the way back to the tribe of Levi. Why is it going out of its way for every single group or person to let us know that they're of the tribe of Levi? Thomas?
It's a good question. I don't really have the answer.
All right. Actually, no, Charles will have the answer automatically. Chris.
I'll be honest with
Nope.
you, we talked about this a little bit ago, and I know I have the answer written down in the side of my notes.
Mm-hmm. All right, then Charles.
Oh, that's funny. I had like three things going on in my head, but one was a further emphasis and a reminder of how important the tribe of Levi was, or us getting ready to talk about the next tribe was the second thing I was thinking about. I already lost the third thing. Dang.
Well, the third is actually the one that might have been correct. The other two, not so much.
Man, dang, I lost the third one. I should have used that first.
The
All
reason
right.
why
Hey,
it's important is, go ahead.
um, um, the tribe that was specifically chosen for God's services,
Yes. Charles, you just brought it up, so I was
right? The
surprised you didn't
tribe
have
of
the
Levi.
answer. Exactly. The tribe of Levi was the tribe that was selected to be the priesthood, to be the one over the services. So the necessity to point out how they go back and trace back to the tribe of Levi is further proving the point about how only the tribe of Levi was allowed to be the ones in the services at the time. Now we're going to get into another connection in the final section, but this is pointing out that the tribe of Levi is the tribe, the priest tribe. That's why Leviticus, or the book of Levi, so to speak, is the book of the law, the harshest laws. So it even goes into the Nazarite pledge, things that only priests were normally doing. So that's why it's important that it traces back to Levi, because only the tribe of Levi were selected to be the priest. Now, we're going to get into another connection that I'll explain when I go into the third section. All right. But Aaron and his sons offered upon the altar. Oh, wait, let me first. I'm going to continue reading. And Charles, I got to say something. Um, I know I told you we don't need to say the thing every time, but I think it's better that we do. I think you were right in that, and I was wrong in that. So every time we go to read a new section, always say the section you're going to read first, just in case somebody does jump on the Bible study almost immediately. It'll if they do get to come in late, at least they'll know what we're reading, no matter what it is. So I'll give credit to you on that. But yeah, that's something that we do need to do from now on. So I'll be continuing in First Chronicles with that in mind. In chapter 6 and verse 49 to 53. But Aaron and his sons offered upon the altar of the burnt offering and on the altar of incense, and were appointed for all the work of the place most holy, and to make an atonement for Israel, according to all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. And these are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar, his son; Phinehas, his son; Abishua, his son; Buki, his son; Utzi, his son; Zerahiah, his son; Merayot, his son; Amariah, his son; Achitub, his son; Zadok, his son; Ahimaaz, his son. So notice how it starts off here saying, but Aaron and his sons offered upon the altar of the burnt offering. Why, instead of it saying and, would it say, but they did that? I'll go first to Thomas.
Yeah, I don't want to guess.
All right. Chris?
I give you the answer on that.
All right. Charles?
Ask the question again.
In the ones we read before, it said and. But here in 49, it said, but Aaron and his sons offered. Why say but this time? What's different about this time?
Um, to create that, it's to create like a specific separation of who Aaron was and his sons and their responsibility specifically compared to the rest of the people we've been reading off.
No, but good try. So the reason why it says but here is because Aaron is not of the tribe of Levi. Him and Moses were of a different tribe. So even though it's the Levites that are in charge of the priesthood, but Aaron, and there was a specific time where God had chosen for Aaron and his family, excuse me, and his lineage to be over this. Now, Charles, do you remember what was happening when Aaron and his family was chosen to be over this?
Um, before I answer that, Aaron wasn't a Levite.
Aaron was not a Levite.
I thought he was, and what we
Aaron
read
was
in
Moses'
the past.
brother.
My bad. I thought he was. We'll talk about it after. But no, no, no. I don't remember what his family. What happened with the family? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So, oh, what the heck? Why is it doing that? I'm trying to get it, but it's not coming up. I got to come back to that because maybe I'm incorrect on that. I'm pretty sure he was from a different tribe because they were standout pointed out after the fact. But maybe I'm
Um,
incorrect on that.
I'll send you the screenshot after the Bible study.
Well, because I'm seeing on the internet on a certain church's page that says he was of Levi, but
Oh,
it's not actually scriptural based. It's a claim.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 14. Um, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, "Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother?"
Oh, yep. All right. See,
And then
even
the
I can make
next,
those mistakes. I stand corrected. So yeah,
I was about to
Aaron
bring up
was of the
another verse,
tribe
but
of
go
Levi.
ahead.
No, that's good enough.
Okay.
That puts them in the tribe of Levi by that standing. Just by saying that. Your brother Levi, the your brother the Levite. Well, if he's his brother, they're both Levites through the marriage at minimum. So, with that being said, we have here where Aaron and his sons would put it that. But at that time, Aaron was the brother of Moses. So, Aaron, even though he's a tribe of Levi, he's still separate from the other people. So, we had the Kohathites and the Gershonites. They were in charge of making sure the service was good and the temple was attended to. But it was Aaron and his sons that were the ones to do the offering, not the rest of the tribe of Levi, the Kohathites. This goes into what we were saying before about how only certain tribe could actually touch the Ark of the Covenant. That's why when Uzzah touched it, Uzzah died. Only Aaron's lineage was allowed to touch the Ark of the Covenant. You see how that correlates, Charles and Chris and Thomas?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So we have that separation and what was allotted and what was not. And then after pointing that out and how only they could go to the place of the most holy, which was the place where you would literally talk to God directly, verbally, so to speak, and make atonement for Israel. Only they did that. And it literally starts in verse 50, listing the sons of Aaron all the way down to Himaats. With some of these names we saw before when we start going in the tribe of Levi, but we didn't really have details as to why it pointed them out. But here we do. They're of that lineage. So now, with that being said, does anybody have any comments or any questions before we pray it out? All right. Then one last thing I want to point out. This was a perfect example. I was incorrect about saying that he was not of the tribe of Levi. When Charles corrected me, how was my response? I said, all right, go ahead. Cool. We're all going to make mistakes on this journey. And it might even be me making a mistake like just now. What matters is not about if you make a mistake. It might not even be something sinful. Charles, is it sinful if I get information wrong about the Bible and in my claim?
No. But wouldn't preaching it once you hear the truth, preaching it would be the sin when you know it's when you've been told the
Exactly.
truth.
Exactly. If I were to reject the correction and preach it regardless in spite. Now I'm not including if there's a time I forgot it again. If it's an accident, it's an accident. But to knowingly reject correction, that shows the difference of what it means to be a biblical Christian. I'm the leader of this church. I'm the guy in charge who's running everything, saving up to get an actual church building, setting up for the future plans, maybe even a Christian city. I'm the one establishing this. Obviously, it's God establishing it, but you get what I'm saying. But if I can't handle correction, I myself have become a false Christian, if that's the case. So when there comes a time for even you guys, or if somebody, let's say somebody just got into the body, or not even the body, let's say somebody is an enemy of God. They're an atheist, anti-God. And then they come up to you correcting you, saying, well, the apostles broke bread every day, but you don't do that every day. You don't do communion every day. If I hear that, I have to sit here and take it and think about if it's true or not just reject it because of who it came from or the situation. We need to always be ready for correction, even I myself, because we're all human and we will all make mistakes. That goes for all of us, no matter who it comes from or who it's coming out to. All right, now then, I'll go ahead and pray us out. Everybody bow your heads. Father, thank you for this day that you've given us to be able to read your word. Again, we want to take time to just be grateful for the understanding and the recollection. And God, I'm grateful that Chris and Thomas completed the homework and got correct answers on that. And I just pray that this builds a renewed research within them and with Charles as well. That as we go from here, even though we're not physically together studying, we should always be looking for time to read more, to study more, to research, to be able to learn and grow more with you. And I just pray that this always moves closer to you and always further from the world. That by the time we leave this earth, we can leave a legacy of righteousness never before seen because of the amount of people who are not just people in a church, but who are truly your biblical church, biblical Christians in context of your word. In your son's holy and precious name, Jesus Christ Yeshua. Amen.
Amen.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night.